Welcome, my fellow Americans. I would like to look back on an important event that happened on June 6, 1944. Today marks the 71st anniversary of one of the most important World War II operations. Normandy Landing is the name of the operation, but most people know it by its nickname D-Day. Today I will be interviewing a few people who took part in that insane day. It is remarkable they are still alive. My very own guests will be Dwight D. Eisenhower, the Supreme Commander of the Allied Forces, Erwin Rommel, a German field marshal, Private Smith, an American soldier, and Private Altenburg, a German soldier. Now we will take a short commercial break.
Since the American entry into the war, American generals had been agitating for an opportunity to fight the Germans directly. The D-Day invasion of Normandy in June 1944, represented the cutting edge of this offensive.
Essential condition that underwrote the success of D-Day was the fact that Germany had been bled virtually to death by fighting on the Eastern Front for several years against the Red Army in the Soviet Union before D-Day ever happened.
The Germans had been preparing for this invasion as long as the Americans and the British had been, and they had been digging in. And they knew that they could inflict appalling casualties on the first units ashore. Well, somebody had to do it. And so the soldiers went, and indeed, those first units did suffer very high rates of death and wounding.
One thing to go on a beach with fan dunes. It's something else when you've got enemy on top of these bluffs. And for some reason, naval gunnery was either off or something went wrong there. They couldn't destroy those gun emplacements.
But eventually, the weight of the invasion took hold. The numbers of Americans, the numbers of craft, allowed the Americans and the British to establish a beachhead. And once they established a beachhead, then they could bring more and more soldiers and equipment ashore.
One thing I don't think either the Japanese or the Germans really counted on was what it meant to come up against a massive capitalist industrial power. The ability to build stuff on a massive scale with massive numbers was just something they hadn't really anticipated.
Now we'll be joined by Dwight D. Eisenhower. Welcome, Mr. Eisenhower.
Yeah, how's it going today, man? Thank you for having me here today.
Hello, Eisenhower. It is my pleasure to have you here today. I believe you are here to talk about your involvement in the D-Day invasion.
It was truly amazing how we broke through. The operation clearly had its flaws, according to the casualty numbers. Yet it still worked out for us in the end.
When did you actually start planning for the invasion?
We started our plan in 1943, months before the actual operation took place. The Germans knew the operation, but did not know where or when it was going to occur.
From where did you plan to attack?
Well, we had planned an all-out attack from the air, land, and the sea.
What was the main goal of the operation?
The main goal, well, the first part was to conquer a 50-mile part of Normandy Beach. We split the beach into 5 different sections called Sword Beach, Utah, Omaha, Gold, and Juneau. We knew the German defense was going to be strong, but we sure underestimated it. They had machine guns mounted, sending heavy fire down upon our men. I mean, there were many casualties, but they were definitely the worst at Omaha. The operation was a success, but very, very far from flawless. Weather came into play and made us miss our planned landing spots. We did not capture Camertan, St. Lo, Bayou. Also, Juneau and Gold were the only beaches that were caught right away. Our first major achievement was capturing Caen, and that took all the way until July. After all the fighting had stopped, we tallied up our casualties and had a minimum of 10,000, with the confirmed 414 dead. These numbers are estimated because with all the groups involved, it was hard to give a truly an exact number. The battle came to an end in late August and showed the Allies still had a chance. I think I have to leave. I hear that freaking jerk Rommel coming.
Pause it. There you go. Now pause it. Pause it. Pause it. Pause it. Now we can hear the German side. Welcome, Mr. Rommel.
First of all, I hate America. Germany is better and stronger in every way. This is Dwight D. Eisenhower, who won the battle, though. Who won the war. We're still the best country in the world. Come on, man. Rommel, you don't know what you're dealing with, man. Shut up, Eisenhower. It's my turn. As I was saying, we technically lost the battle, but we killed more Americans, so I'll take that as a decent consolation prize.
What was your actual job with the invasion?
It was my job to fortify the Atlantic Wall, and my pal Hitler gave me the job.
How did you feel about the loss?
I thought we did a good job. We were outmanned 3-1, and still held our own for a decent while. We had only 4,000 to 9,000 casualties. Our maximum was less than the Filthy Allies' maximum. The Filthy Allies consisted of UK, US, Canada, Australia, Belgium, Czechoslovakia, Denmark, France, Greece, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, and Poland. Why could you not fight us one-on-one? Well, we would have kicked all your butts, but the Allies had to gang up on us. I don't have much to say. I've not been sleeping well, so Hitler gave me this new sleeping pill called cyanide. He is definitely one of the nicest guys I know, and I really hope it works.
Well, that was uncomfortable. Let me introduce our next guest, Private Smith, an American soldier. He was involved in D-Day. Let's give him a warm welcome.
Hello, everyone. To this day, I still have nightmares about that horrific day. I was the 2nd unit storming Omaha. The unit before me got completely demolished. They were dropping like flies. The howitzer fire ripped my allies apart. We dove into what we thought were foxholes, but were just artillery holes with my dead comrades in them. There was so much blood in the water, it looked like someone spilled red dye. With the amount of blood that covered my uniform, you would have thought I got shot. Legs, hands, feet, arms, little pieces of everything was flying all around. The men were laying on the ground grabbing for legs. They weren't even there anymore. The screams of the men still haunt me to this day. Since I was a medic, I tried to help the men, but there's really nothing I could do. They were bleeding too much. My supplies did not suit the needs. It is a horrible feeling watching the life slip from someone's body, especially when you are supposed to save them. The howitzer was the only problem. There was constant machine gun fire. Men left and right were stepping on mines anytime you looked around. You just saw your friends dropping to the ground, never standing back up. We all thought we were ready to make the absolute sacrifice. But when death looks you right in the eye, it hits you with what is actually happening. You start to notice how much you actually value your own life. None of us gave up, though. We kept pushing, and slowly but surely, we inched the way up to the beach. Getting a word that Juno Gold had succeeded, really gave us the strength to continue. The wounded men with hopes for them did not surrender. They pushed till they had nothing left to give up. We did not fully capture Omaha the first day, but we definitely did enough to turn the war in our favor. With the victory at Normandy, it showed us the Germans could lose, and we could not let them win at all costs. We didn't do this just for ourselves. We did it for the people back home. The recession had all of us very sad and depressed. None of us could get a steady job. When we got mobilized, it gave us all a purpose. Personally, I knew we had to win. I could not let my fellow Americans die. If Germany won, we would have been in a very, very bad situation. This win gave us the strength to continue fighting the Germans. It is sad the amount of men we lost, but unfortunately, it was necessary for us to succeed. The death of one of our own is never taken lightly, so I believe seeing my comrades ripped apart gave me the strength and the passion to achieve our goal I wanted to kill as many Germans as I could. Hopefully put a piece of lead right between Hitler's eyes. Sorry I had to go this far. Has brought me back a lot of emotions. I didn't want to show them publicly.
That is true bravery right there, ladies and gentlemen. These American soldiers all showed amazing courage and bravery. Not everyone was fortunate enough to make it, but these amazing men never let up. I have nothing but respect for these men who were so patriotic and courageous. Everyone should give these men the utmost respect. For our final guest, I am not sure if I want to introduce him, but here is Private Altenburg, a German soldier.
Yeah, it was good. That battle was absolute BS. These scumbags attacked us when we were not even ready. It's not our fault we lost. It must be the Jewish's fault. They must have sold us out or something. Our intellectuals must have messed up or given away our information. We are the perfect humans. How could we lose? Our defense was set up perfectly, and we ripped you dumb allies apart. There's probably still pieces of your ancestors on that beach. You guys must have cheated. We are German. We did not lose.
Who won the battle, though?
You guys did, but y'all cheated.
How do we cheat?
I don't know, man, but we did not lose. We are the greatest race.
Say what you want, but we won.
Shut up and let me talk, swine. As I was saying, I killed so many of your people, I take that as a personal victory. For myself, I killed or wounded at least 200 of your pitiful men. You trained your soldier a bunch of idiots. You general aren't capable of even wiping their own butts. They have to get someone else to help, just like in the battle. They would have had equal men. Your battle tactics would have truly shown, because all of your men would have been dead in no time. All my talking have obviously not gotten through your thick skulls. All of you are beneath me, and there's no reason for me to talk to you Neanderthals.
Okay, you can leave. Now this is going to start World War III.
Screw that, man.
This was a crazy and educational day. I never knew D-Day was such a gruesome and bloody operation. I thought we won right away. I didn't know it took us multiple days to finally capture everything. I cannot say how honored I am to say that I'm an American. The bravery the men showed is typical of our great military. If you complain about how America is not free, then you should look back and be happy that you're still speaking English. If nobody went the other way, would most likely be speaking German. You should commend these men for what they did and stop taking for granted the immense freedom we have. Thank you and good night. Just remember all the privileges we have.